Good day. Thank you for coming. I appreciate every single person. And for those of you who can't be with us in person, thank you for doing the recordings and staying on track with your own practice. So let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose. Blow it out with a deep sigh. And as you begin to come onto your blanket, finding your sit bones, anchoring those down into the earth, drawing up through the pelvic floor, drawing the belly button back to the spine, lifting the heart as if it's going to receive from the sun, drawing the head back and lengthening through the crown. Take a nice deep breath in. Make like you're blowing out a candle. Again, deep breath in. Twice as long blowing out like you're blowing out a candle. One more time, deep breath in. And like you're blowing out a candle. And begin to settle in, sinking down into the earth, softening the jaw. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Allowing every piece of your being to come fully present onto your mat. So if the thinking mind is making plans for what's next, just invite it to go to the other room and bring your attention fully to your breath. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. Softening the jaw. Where are you hanging on? And where is it possible to soften? Soften without falling over. Letting go. Trusting that the path is there. Soften the jaw. Feel the hips open and soften. We'll have 3 long breaths. Really fully focusing on it. If you need to blow out the candle, you may. And on the next inhale, we're going to inhale our hands up overhead, inhaling them up overhead. Catching that ball of energy over your head, lengthening through your arms, gripping the bones, hanging onto that ball of energy. And with that ball of energy, imagine that ball is shoulder width apart. Take a nice deep breath in and bring the ball over to the right side of your body. Keeping both hands overhead, feeling the arms be strong, feeling how that ball of energy lifts you up. It's very light and energetic. Inhaling, coming back to center, exhaling the other direction. All the way, letting that ball of energy support the arms. So it's interesting, you can change it if you want some weight. You can imagine that the ball of energy is heavy, but I prefer to think that it's lengthening me through my arms, helping them to grow long, the muscles spinning around the bones, creating nice, beautiful shape. Inhaling, coming back forward, exhaling, lowering that ball down, setting it down in front of you. Just hinging at the hips, just set that down in front of you. Eyes are closed, mind is imagining. Set that ball of energy down, and then rise back up to sitting tall. Lift those shoulders up to your ears. Exhale, lower it down. Inhaling, lifting the shoulders up to your ears. Exhaling, lowering it down. Begin to circle them around. Inhaling, lifting them up to yours. Really lift them up. Make an over-exaggeration of those muscles working. Then roll them back and down. One more time. We're going up, lifting, back and down. Pause in the down. Take a nice deep breath in. Blow out that candle. And reverse it. Inhaling those shoulders back, up, forward and down. Back, up, forward and down. One more time. Inhaling and back, up, forward and down. Take a nice deep breath in. Take a cow here. Seated cow. Exhaling it back. Seated cat. Inhaling up. Seated cow. Exhaling it back. One more time. Inhaling it up. And exhaling it back. Taking a nice deep breath in, coming back into full expression of easy pose. Who knew there was a full expression of easy pose? Hands on your knees, jaws soft, faces soft. Maybe give yourself a slight smile. Smile on the inside. Feel your stomach smile. Feel your belly button smile. Feel the pelvic floor smile. It's a soft, gentle engaging of the muscles, letting go of nothing you need, everything that you no longer need. How about that? On the next inhale, we're going to come off of our blanket and spin around into tabletop. So if you have a blanket, just move it to the side. Hands underneath your elbows, underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. So take a look and make sure that your knees are under your hips. If you have to come up and measure where the bony part of your hips are, look down, let them be directly underneath your hips. Hands directly underneath your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's go into cow. Exhaling it up into cat. Inhaling it down. Exhaling it up. Inhaling it down. Exhaling it up. And then inhale into the full expression of table. So from movement to stillness, let your eyes look down at the floor and then close them. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Lengthen through your tail. Feel the power. Imagine that I'm coming around and taking a hold of your waist and inviting you to draw that belly button up to your spine. And on the next inhale, grow long in the crown, long in the tail. And as you exhale, look over your right shoulder. Hinge your hip. Can you see it? It doesn't matter if you can or can't. Imagine that you can. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, looking over your left shoulder. Can you see that hip? Hinge that hip. Inhaling, coming back to center. Exhaling, hinge that right hip. Can you see it looking over your shoulder? Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, hinging to the left. We're going to do one more of these each side. See if you can get a really deep sense of that lateral movement. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, looking over that hip. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling over that hip. Inhaling, coming back to center. Lengthen through the crown, lengthen through the tail. Feel that belly button engage. Really, really draw in through the pelvic floor and then lengthen through that left leg. Flex the foot, point the foot. Now, you'll notice in my body, I get this hinge thing going like this. This is weak core. So pull up through that pelvic floor, bring the belly button to your spine, flatten that back, straighten that leg, and as you're ready, if you have this space, lengthen through that left arm. There it is. Find the balance. Find your breath. Setting that left hand down, bringing that right knee down, and I was really hinged into my left hip. So wiggle around, give yourself some space. Give yourself a cat-cow. Inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling, coming right back into flat back, lengthening through that left leg. Flex the foot, point the foot, square off those hips. Feel that core be strong. This is great core work right here. Flex that foot, point that foot, leave it pointed, and then reach through the right hand and point those fingers. Feel the long line of energy all the way from your fingertips, down your body, out your toes. There it is. Breathe into it. Find your breath. 2 more. Last one. Lengthen all the way through. Set that right hand down. Bring that left knee down. Balance it out right here. Find where it's at. Nicely done. Inhale, dropping into cow. Exhaling, releasing up into cat. Inhaling, dropping into cow. Exhaling up into cat. Okay, so we're going to do that again. And then we're actually going to reach for the opposite foot. So as you inhale, lengthen out through that left foot. We're doing the opposite side, left hand, and then bend that right foot up. This might be your posture. If you have the space, reach for that foot. Work for your ankle. Really the best is the ankle. And if you don't have the space to grab your foot, just do the motion. Lifting up, lengthening through the crown. 2 more breaths, you can do it. And release it out. Lengthen it out, drop it down. Both knees down. Find your tabletop, cat-cow. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling, flat back. Nice long exhale. Inhale through the crown. Exhale, look over that right shoulder. Hinge the hip. Open that side body. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, looking over the other side, left body. Hinge at that body. Feel that side body open. Beautiful. Inhaling, coming back to tabletop, lengthening through that right foot, through the left foot, hinging. This might be your posture right here. Bring that hand behind you. This might be your posture. You can grab your toe, preferably the ankle, not happening for the ankle in my body. Breathe into it. So know that if you can't reach your foot, it's okay. No problem. Do what your body can do. One more breath. Release it out. Exhale it down. Coming back square into the body. Inhaling, dropping down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling, neutral spine. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale, feel that belly button come in. Inhale, and then exhale, look over your left shoulder, hinge at the hip. Hinging. Inhaling, center. Exhaling, looking at the right hip. Inhaling, center. Open those knees wide, sinking all the way back into child's pose. Let's take a break right here. Walk those hands out. If you guys were with me last week and you're a little sore through the upper traps, the lower traps, the lats, walk those fingers out as far away from you as you can, and then sink back into the tail. Whatever that feels like in your body. Inhaling, rising up, coming right back into tabletop. Taking a minute here, establishing your true table. Turn your toes under. Nice long inhale, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Okay, soft knees. First hamstring opener of the day. Let go of your head. Inhale up onto your toes. Exhale into that right foot. Inhale up. Exhale into that left foot. Inhale up. Exhale into the right foot. Inhale up. Exhale into the left foot. Walking the dog. We're going to go 2 more walks. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Coming all the way up on your toes. Exhaling all the way back into those heels. Feel your dog. Breathe into it. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Hanging out in dog. 2 more breaths. Nicely done. Inhale, lift that right foot up. Give a full high expression. Point that toe square off those hips. Engage that pelvic floor. Look between your hands. And then exhale. Draw that foot up all the way up into high lunge. If you have to do it in 2 or 3 steps, it's okay, you can. Sometimes you have to come clear up. If you need blocks, you can grab your blocks here. Sinking down. Always an option here is to modify by dropping your knee and coming down into low lunge. We're going to exhale. We're going to straighten that front leg, work that left heel into the floor. Inhale, sinking forward. Exhale, lengthening back. Inhale, sinking forward. Exhale, lengthening back. We're going to do 5 more of these. Opening that hamstring. Following your breath. Inhale, sinking forward. 4 more. Exhaling, sinking back. Inhale, sinking forward. Exhaling, sinking back. 3 more. Inhale, sinking forward. Exhale, sinking back. 2 more. Inhale, sinking forward. Exhaling, sinking back. Last one. Inhale, sinking forward. Exhale, sinking back. Inhale, sink forward. Step that back foot in just about a half a step so that you can really get your knee over your ankle. Set that heel down. We're going to inhale. We're going to build up into warrior 1. So if you need help, use your leg. Build yourself up. And if you can come straight up, then do that. Here we are, warrior 1. Sink straight down into that knee. So let's find our breath. Smile. Building some heat. Breathing into it. 2 more breaths. Last one. Inhale through those fingertips. Exhale, open up into warrior 2. Here it is, right here. So don't lose it in your knee. Still sink forward. Make sure that knee's traveling to the little toe. Breathe into it. We're going to inhale and sink straight back into dancing warrior. There it is, dancing warrior. Find your breath. We're going to be here. And we're going to breathe, and we're going to open the side body. Breathing into it. Three more breaths. Doing great. Keep sinking into that front knee. It's very easy in Dancing Warrior to pull out of that front knee. Keep sinking down into it. 2 more. Last breath. Inhaling, coming back up. Coming back into Warrior 2. Sliding across the body. Hands really reach. Elbow to the knee. Sink down into it. Bring that upper arm up. Let it go to the ceiling. Looking straight forward. Open that top body. Feel that body begin to spin open. Breathe into it. Nowhere to go. Find where this posture begins to hold you. Now, if you want to take this to a different level, you can lengthen your front arm down and come into a bended knee triangle. But I'm not going to do that. It's an option. I love to show options. I find that I love to be where my body says, oh, yes, let's be there. Now, right here, this upper hand, we're going to spin it around as if it's going to go to the back, facing our back. And then we're going to drop that arm behind us, bringing it all the way around, hooking it around our back. If you have the space to grab your upper arm of the right hand, do that. Little micro movements. Everybody stay here. I'm going to stand up and adjust the people in the classroom. So keep spinning. So twists are really important. They open us. They open our heart space. Yeah, got it? Nicely done. You did okay? Okay. Breathing into it. Always be mindful to be very gentle with your body. There's been a lot of illness around, and so if you've had that happening in your world, make sure and be mindful to allow yourself to recover. And so as you step back onto your mat, allow yourself the space to recover in its own time. Every body is different. Everybody's recovery is different. And then every individual, despite of their body, has their own mental recovery that's different than everybody else's. Keep breathing, keep twisting. This is as important, holding posture is as important as moving through. And if you need to go to child's pose, go to child's pose. It's okay. Inhaling that hand back up, reach for the ceiling, and then spin the hand and reach it up over your head, coming into a lateral move. Now don't collapse in the heart space. Keep it spinning open to the sky. Breathing into it. Inhaling, reach those fingers, reach, 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 reach. Engage that pelvic floor, engage that belly button, pull it back to your spine. Reach, 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 inhale. Begin to turn and twist, coming back down into high lunge. Stepping your foot back into downward facing dog. Woo, big sigh. This is when dog is a little bit of recovery. We're gonna have 2 more breaths. Draw those heels together, open those knees, lower all the way down to the floor. Come all the way down. Sink back as far as your knees will allow you. Drop down, open those knees up so your front body can drop between them. Let your forehead come to the mat. All the way down. Close your eyes. Feel yourself coming fully, fully, fully into child. Give yourself a break. Sometimes the body needs to rest and come all the way to the floor, and that's okay. You can do that. If you need to do that, please do so. 2 more breaths. Excellent. Inhaling, rising back up. Curling those toes under. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Exhale into the left heel. Inhale up under the toes. Exhale into the right heel. Inhale up under the toes. Exhale into the left heel. Inhale up under the toes. Exhale into both heels. On the next inhale, lift through that left foot. Lift it, point that toe. Square off the hips. Give a full expression here. Engage that core. And exhale, bring it all the way up in between your hands. Yes. So the interesting thing here is that it might be stronger on this side, and it might not. Sink down into it. Use your blocks if you need to. So now, remember, we're going to sink forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Make sure and keep lengthening through your crown. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. One more time. Inhale forward. Exhale back. This time as you inhale forward, step that back foot in, maybe 2 little steps. Drop that heel down. Engage that pelvic floor and build yourself up. Warrior 1, here it is. Okay. So sink forward, really sink down into warrior. I'm going to just turn around. You guys all stay where you're at. I just want to turn so you have my front, not my back. So on camera. Still sinking down into warrior 1. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, opening up into 2. There it is. Right there. Sinking into that knee. Spinning those knees open to the little toe. That's an energetic motion. Creating a space of energy so that you're not collapsing into the center body. Inhaling, sinking back into dancing warrior. There it is. Nicely done. Breathing into it. Find the place where the posture begins to hold you. Double checking that belly button, feeling the tailbone slide down to the floor. Feel the pelvic floor lift up. Lengthening through the crown, spinning the heart open. Inhaling, coming back into warrior 2. Nice long inhale, slide across the body, elbow to the knee. Now, notice what's happening in this knee. I'm noticing in my body that it's pulling out of the 90-degree angle. It's because my left side is weaker than my right side. That's okay, I'm just noticing. I notice that I have to work a little harder into bending that knee to a 90-degree angle. Keep breathing. Feel the energy. Open that heart. Begin to consider the idea of that. This is a little bit of a twist. If your body's trembling and shaking, that's just because you're inviting it to change, do something new. Spin the hand behind you, and then exhale that arm all the way behind your back. Circling it around, working towards that upper arm. Breathing into it. Sinking into that left knee. Sinking into it. Constantly sinking. If it begins to spasm or hurt, you can pull back, give it a little space, and sink back into it. Sometimes as the muscles begin to change and work and do something different, they will spasm. They'll say, no way, I'm not doing that. And you just encourage them to keep going. Lengthening through the crown of your head, inhaling, lengthening that arm back up overhead. There it is. Nice long line of energy. Reach for the ceiling, inhaling, and then spinning all the way around and stepping back into downward facing dog. Don't have to turn around, I just did, so you can see me. Here's your dog. 2 more breaths. Last one, draw those heels together, open the knees, sinking all the way back. Bow down to the divine within, to your wisdom within your own body. As you put your forehead on your mat and you bow down to the wisdom within your body, give thanks that you're here on your mat today. Be thankful. Thankful for showing up. I arrived. On the next inhale, rise back up, coming back into tabletop. Curling the toes under, exhaling back into downward facing dog. Find your breath, 3 more. Last one. Lifting through that right leg, step it all the way forward. How many steps do you need? Doesn't matter. Step the left foot forward to meet the right foot. Exhale, folding all the way down. Inhaling, open the arms, swan diving up. Exhaling the hands down to center line, coming into standing Anjali Mudra. Close your eyes. Some of you at home might be wondering why I keep moving my mat. I moved my camera, so I'm kind of trying to decide where I want my mat to be. Here it is, right here. Here we are standing in Anjali Mudra. I feel a tree coming in. We've done a lot of twisting, a lot of opening, and I think we can all do tree today. So exhale your hands down, soften your gaze into the room, and find one spot on the floor that's not moving. And focus in on it. Focus in on it. Pour into your right foot. So maybe bend your knees a little bit. Get a sense of that pelvic floor engaging. Pour into that right foot. First, feel the right foot take all of your weight. Do you have balance in you today? If not, stay here. If you do, release that foot. You can put it here on your lower leg or here on your upper leg, but not on the knee joint, above or below, okay? Hands come to your hips. Find your balance. I'm going to quit talking and breathe so that I can do this with you. Or not. Don't look at me because I'm moving. I am a moving point. Excellent. Step out of that. Just one little tree. Release that right leg. Give it some space. And then find your mountain again. Pour into the other side. Once you're on the other side, engage that pelvic floor, then release that foot. And bring it up under the knee right here. Here it is. Find your strength, find your center. And release it down. We're just doing short little trees today. We're gonna add our branches to it here in just a second. So release that hip. So come back into mountain, hands on your hips. Now, if balance is with you today, then you can add your arms. If you're more comfortable, leave your hands on your hips. And as you're ready, pour into your right foot. Pouring into your right foot. We're gonna be here for 10 long breaths. So give the monkey mind something to do. Let it count them. So this is 3. Four more. And last one. Exhale the arms down. Step out of your tree. Give that right leg some love. Circle it around. It is a round joint. Circle it. There you go. Make some circles in your hips. Circle it the other way. Very nicely done. Then come back to mountain right here. Hands on your hips. Pour into the left leg. And if you need to step off your mat to do this, you can. It's all right. Again, 10 breaths. So we're going to pour into the left foot. Release the right leg. Bring that up. 3. 4. 5. 5 more breaths on your own. Last one. Inhale, exhale the arms down. Whew, I'm like a tree blowing in the wind. Circle that hip around. Give it some big circles. Hips are circle joints. Feet hip distance apart. Maybe a little wider. Maybe the width of the mat. Circle them around. Circle them all the way around. Release it the other way. Circle it around. Circle it around. Then swing it side to side, left to right. You got it. Smile, balance is over. Standing work is done. Step to the front of your mat. Take a nice deep breath in, watch the fan, exhaling, swan dive forward. Stepping back into downward facing dog, all the way back. All the way back. Walk it out, give your full expression, find your breath. Last one, inhale straight forward into plank. Plank it out just for 3 breaths. Let's have 1 plank. And exhale, lower down on the last one, all the way down. Here we are on the floor. We're gonna do our back bends here. So we're gonna lengthen through the right foot and lengthen through the left foot. Okay? Wiggle around so that you can feel yourself square off. And then engage the pelvic floor. So notice when I engage the pelvic floor, it makes a nice flat back here. You might reach back, feel your back, is it flat? Hands come down beside you. inhale, we're gonna lift straight up. Just warming the back up. Make sure and breathe. Keep breathing. Two more. Exhaling, lowering down. Good job. Bring your hands out in front of you. We're going to inhale, and we're going to lift the left foot and the right hand. Lift it up. There it is. Opposite sides of the body. And exhale it down, switching to sides, inhaling up, left arm, right leg. And exhaling it down. And then we're going to walk this out. We're going to inhale, right, left, exhale down, inhale, right, left, right, exhale down. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, slow it down, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, two more each side. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now this time on this side, this is the last one. We're going to inhale, we're going to hold it. We're going to bend our knee. We're going to reach back. Can you grab your foot? If not, it's okay. Just like we did. Keep those hip points down. Keep that core engaged. Breathe into it. You may not be able to reach your foot, that's okay. Exhale, lower it down, release it out. Walk it out. Inhale, other side. Reach it around. Grab that foot, grab that ankle. Ankle's the goal. Lift it up. Three more breaths, you can do it. Engage that core. Two more. Last one. Release it down. Nicely done. Lengthen through the left leg, lengthen through the right leg. One more time. Inhale, draw those elbows up underneath your shoulders. And smile. Now Sphinx feels easy, doesn't it? So, nicely done. Breathing into it. Nowhere to go. Hanging out in Sphinx. Two more breaths. Last one. Exhale, lower down. Hands underneath your shoulders. Pressing all the way back. Child's pose. This time in child's pose, it's your choice. Knees together or knees open. I'm choosing knees together so I can fold into a deep forward fold over my quads. Folding into myself like an egg. Stack your hands one on top of the other one. Rest your forehead on those hands. Feel yourself sink back into your knees as deep as you can go without feeling any sensation. Nicely done. Inhaling, coming up and spinning around so that we're going to go to lying on our back. Good work, everybody. That was challenging today. So, you okay over there?
Yeah.
Rolling back.
Just let it go.
letting go. Bring those knees in, gently rock them side to side. Give a little bit of love to that low back. So as you rock side to side, alternate knees. And what this does is it rubs against the floor, your sacrum, your SI joints. That's kind of that point at the low back where your hip connects to the sacrum. And it makes, in a lot of people, it makes a knot. And oftentimes our hips are imbalanced. One's higher than the other one. It's not wrong, but if you have hip pain or low back pain, as you do this, imagine in your mind's eye the hips squaring off and becoming level. And just play with it. You can really use the floor as a point of massaging your low back. So if you find a point of tension, let the floor be the hand that works through that tension. So I feel a little in my left hip here. I'm just going to rock over the floor a little bit. I'm just doing a little rocking. And then I'm going to come across and even out my legs. And then just take a hold of your knees and gently rock yourself front and back. So all I'm doing is giving a little bit of pressure right here on my knees. That's all I'm doing. In the bodywork world, this is called rocking or jiggling. And it's really good because it moves the lymphatic system. You might hear some deep growling deep in your belly. There's a lymphatic channel there, and that's just the lymph moving through the body. Nicely done. Let's lengthen through that left leg, keeping that right knee in. Exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale, release it out. Wind relieving pose. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. This time as you draw your knee in, engage that pelvic floor, hook that left hand on the outside of the right knee and draw that leg across the body. Coming into a nice deep twist. I'm going to pause at my hip because my hip is saying, oh, stretch me, stretch me. So if you have that sensation, stretch your hip. As it begins to release, engage that pelvic floor again and spin into a twist. Your leg may or may not reach the floor. The knee may or may not touch the floor. It doesn't matter. Lengthen through your crown and then turn your nose to look to your right hand. This is almost like wringing out a washcloth. Hips are going one direction, neck's going the other way. Now soften into it. Let go of everything you no longer need. Wring it out. Anything emotionally or mental, let it just pour into Mother Earth. Nicely done. Engage that pelvic floor. Inhale. Bring that knee back up. Come back to flat on the back, or you may not be quite flat, but that's okay. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. But this time, take your left hand, put it on your left hip, and open that knee wide, as if you're opening up to the right side. Just giving that hip joint a little space the other direction. And just hold it there. Engage your pelvic floor. We're going to go back into twisting across the body with the same leg. As soon as we open this up, nice deep breath. Blow it out. Inhale, draw that knee back to center, make it a nice long movement. Open that right hand, taking it all the way back across. Notice how the second twist is different. A little more ease. You've opened one direction, you've opened the other direction, giving your body space to open fully. Breathing into it. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Dropping into this full expression of twist. Find your breath. Three more. Two more. Last one, engage that core. Coming back to center. Rolling down. Draw that knee in. Inhale. Let the heel go almost to the floor, but before you touch the floor, begin to lengthen through the leg. That'll be our core work for today. Inhale, draw that left knee in. Now, if you need to wiggle around to feel flat on the floor, please do so. Exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw that knee in. Inhale, release it out. One more time. Exhale, draw that knee in. Engage that pelvic floor. Lengthen through the crown. And then begin the journey across the body. Open that left arm. And I have requests from my hip to slow down. So what do you have in your body? Do you need to spin right into the twist? Or do you need to slow down? Sometimes when we let the body open in its own time, it will open deeper for us versus forcing it to do something it's unprepared to do. Find your breath. If you need to shift your shoulders and then look to your left hand. Breathe into it. On the next inhale, engage that core. Come out of that twist, taking a hold of it, opening the knee the other direction. Oh, right, I forgot. When you're leaving pose. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, release it out. Exhale, draw it in. Now open it wide. Open that hip wide. Hold your right hip down. Feel that inside muscle. It connects to the pubic bone. It's the inside of your thigh. Breathing into it. It's softening, opening. Inhaling, drawing it in. Engaging that pelvic floor, taking it all the way across, long journey, all the way across the body. Into that deep twist. Again, looking to the left hand, find your breath. Three more breaths. Body's cooling down. Coming towards the end of the class. Preparing for Shavasana. Engage that pelvic floor, inhaling, coming back out of it. Exhaling, releasing that leg down. Remember, let your heel travel just above the floor. Now I'm completely crooked, so I'm going to wiggle around, do a few wiggles, ask your body, is there anything else I need today? Do I need another downward facing dog? Perhaps you need another twist. Or maybe you just need a blanket to come fully into Shavasana. So as you arrive on your mat, lying on your back, notice what works best in your body. Legs out in front of you, feet falling open, legs unstanding, knees dropping together. Just notice. Feel that pelvic floor soften. Allow your breath to grow shallow and your hands open to receive. And your eyes grow heavy. Spontaneity, the joy of life, comes from being spontaneous. Open the heart to change. Have the courage to jump. Breathe, flow, go. And gently begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. And for those of you at home, if you want to stay in Shavasana, you may. Otherwise, continue the journey back to now. And as you're ready, roll to your side. Coming into easy pose. We'll end class today with 1 Om. So a nice deep breath in. Namaste.
Namaste.